He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
All right, here we are, folks. We have a world exclusive for Video Marketing Madness for today. We're doing something that, Steve, are you there? Excellent. Well, we're doing something that is completely different with our podcast today. We're actually going live to both Facebook and YouTube at the same time as we record the podcast. So this is going to be exciting. So let's hit it off the top here, and we'll start it off with our usual banter here, which is today on Video Marketing Madness, we are going to talk about Instagram for video marketing. And today's episode is made possible by freevideoeditor.co. Looking to start doing video and you don't have a video editor? Well, don't go out and spend $1,200, $600, whatever it happens to cost for those high-end editors. Start off with our free video editor at freevideoeditor.co. And you can check that out today. That is a barkingly good deal, and we love when the Wonder Dogs join us for the episodes. So, well, I'm not sure which one that one is. We've got a couple of them over there. That sounded like Brute. It sounded like Brute the Wonder Dog, though. That's yes. No, that's okay. That's what you should be doing, is paying attention to that. So, yeah. Well, you know, it's a platform that I have to come out straight out and say it's a platform that I haven't paid a ton of attention to, and the reason I say that is because, well, it's just not something that I've really had that much desire to pay attention to. And so now, you know, it's starting to become a bigger deal. And so we want to really bring that to the forefront. And there's some new tools out that are going to help us to be able to do that as video marketers. So
I was just over listening to you on Facebook. That's working too. Sorry, you know. I was reading USA. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, I was over there on Facebook looking at you. And you sound good.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And, you know, we're trying to do something brand new here. And, you know, I'm sure there's going to be some issues as we try to do this. And it'll get better and better as the weeks go by. In fact, I'm noticing right now that, you know, one of the things that's supposed to happen automatically is that when we go live, it's supposed to take that live video feed and put it out to a whole bunch of groups and pages. And it doesn't look like it's done that. So looks like the automated software has failed us so far, and that's not a good thing. But you know, as the weeks go by, we'll get better and better at this, and so we'll figure it out.
I'll just grab that and feed it out later, and then we'll come and figure it out as it goes. Yeah, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Well, anyhow, it's cool, and what Ray's talking about is for the first time ever, we're recording a podcast. We're doing a live YouTube event, and we're streaming it live to Facebook, albeit on our Video Marketing Madness Facebook page. But it's still cool.
Yes, no, it absolutely is. It's a little different. Like I said, I don't think anybody's ever done this before, so it's a unique thing that we're pulling off here today. So it's a world exclusive, a world first. And you know, we'll play around with this as time goes on and figure out the best way to do all this stuff. But anyway, that's not what we're here for today. Today, we're here to talk about the one and only Instagram. And if you don't know much about Instagram, well, you can join me, because I'll be completely honest, I don't know a whole lot about Instagram. It's you know, not a platform that I've paid a lot of attention to, and the main reason being is that it was pretty much a phone-based you know, platform where you kind of took pictures on your phone and you used them out there. But the reason that I started to pay attention to Instagram is so many people were saying, "Yo, Instagram's the new thing. You got to get on Instagram. You got to start doing Instagram. We got to, and I would even talk to local businesses and business owners, and they would say, "Oh yeah, I'm doing all my marketing on Instagram now." And I'm thinking, gosh, it's a platform I don't understand much about yet. And I was using it, but I was not using it very effectively. The way I was using Instagram was I would share something on Facebook and then I would have it shared out to Instagram at the same time. And that was pretty much the extent of it, which is probably why up until last week I had maybe 100 followers on Instagram, which is pretty darn pathetic. But the big problem, like I said, was that it was mostly a mobile phone-based platform. However, and this will be a shameless self-promotion here, we've actually, because we know this is such a popular platform that's really starting to take off, we've actually created a desktop-based software now that allows you to manage your Instagram, post videos, post pictures, find the people that you should be following, have them follow you, follow them back, all of that stuff, all from the desktop. And it's a very, very cool little plugin, or a very cool little program. And, I've been using it for the last few days. We've had people testing it for 6 months, but I've been actively using it for the last few days. And my pathetic 100 followers has gone up to about 700 in just the last handful of days. So that's a big difference for me. And the cool thing is, as I'm following other people, I'm seeing them automatically follow me back. I'm seeing a whole bunch of people that are now commenting on my stuff. And the beauty of Instagram is that it is a fast platform. And even when I was just sharing my little memes inside of Instagram, I would notice that people would like those things instantly. I mean, within seconds, people were liking and sharing, just these little memes that I would put out there, which should have been a sign that I should be putting more effort into the platform, but it still wasn't one that I was highly motivated to use yet. But not only being a fast platform, but now that I'm using it with a lot more followers, I'm seeing that a lot of people are liking and sharing my stuff, which is very, very cool. And the fact that we can start doing video with Instagram. Now, Instagram's done video for a while, but it's been a little bit different. Now, with some of the new tools, we can actually take an existing video, a produced video, and put it out to Instagram, and we can automate all that and, schedule it out. And it just makes Instagram a much easier platform to work with. And, it's made a huge difference. I've seen just a massive upstart in my Instagram. Steve, what's your experience with Instagram so far?
Sorry, I got to take my mic off mute. Well, you had a little poll in one of the groups today that said, "What's your experience with Instagram?" And I could add a response, and I put, question mark. I haven't used it. I got to be honest with you. I just haven't used it. I haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, it's that's kind of the way I was with Instagram. It was just not a platform that really appealed to me. It wasn't one that, a lot of people spend a lot of time on Instagram looking at pictures, sharing things back and forth. And it's a very, spur of the moment, almost like Twitter in some ways, but it's a very spur of the moment media site. And, that's why I was never big in, it's for, up until now, it was for people who were, as they were eating dinner, could go, "Ooh, look at this dinner I just bought at the Olive Garden. It's really cool," and take a picture of it and share it instantly. But now it's becoming a much more mature platform. It's a very popular platform. And the fact that we can schedule these things out and do it from the desktop has made a big difference for me and my usage of it. And I think for a lot of people, that's going to be the case. In fact, like you said, we ran that poll, and I was surprised by some of the results. I said, in the poll, I asked, are people are you using it for video? Are you using it for images? Are you using it for business? Is it useless for business? And I was surprised that a lot of people were using it for business. And one of the things that somebody actually added to that was that they're using it for CPA. And it actually got a number of people that voted for that. And if you don't know what CPA is, essentially CPA is kind of like affiliate marketing, but it's a little bit different. You find certain offers and you get paid for getting people to take a certain action. Now, in this case, it could be they put in their their zip code in an insurance form. So they go to an insurance company, they put in their zip code. Well, as soon as they do that, you get $1. Or maybe it's a LifeLock type thing, and you get, every time somebody signs up for this, you get $1. Or maybe it's an app on the App Store. Somebody downloads the free game, you get $1. And so people are using that pretty effectively on there, apparently, which is really cool and not something that I really had thought of, but it seems like it's working very well for that particular type of marketing. And of course, we want to use it for marketing out videos. For instance, our instant spokesperson videos. It's a great opportunity for us to send out, here's our newest videos. Are you a dentist? Come pick this up. And, it's perfect for that because Instagram does have some limits. The videos have to be 60 seconds or less. So you can't put, hour-long videos on there, at least not at this point. It's meant to be a short-form platform. And so you have to keep your videos small. And but as long as you have some short videos, it's perfect for local marketers. If you're a local business and you've got a TV commercial type deal, you can put that out there. You can put all of your, if let's say that you're a market that sells fresh fruit, you can take pictures of your fresh fruit, or a restaurant, you can take pictures of the dishes that you're doing. A cement company showing the really cool cement work they just did. This is just a ton of different uses for it if you get out there and you actually use it. And that's what we're trying to write is that ship and start using it more. And Steve, I see you unmuted, so go for it.
Yeah, that's always a good indication. I got a question. So do you see it being primarily as a marketing vehicle to end users? You were saying, for instance, it's a spokesman, so you can reach dentists and they can buy those videos. Do you see an application for affiliate marketing?
Oh, yeah, I absolutely do. If we can do a short form video demo of a certain product that's hot and you hashtag it, there's no reason you couldn't do really well with that. So, for instance, next week we've got a really cool software coming out that's called the Green Screen Lab. Well, that would be a great opportunity for me to do a quick 60-second review, put it out there, and possibly get some sales. And that's what we're going to start testing, is doing just that and really integrating Instagram into what we already do with products and services and things like that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm trying to remember what Instagram is. Does Facebook own it?
It does, yes.
Facebook
owns Instagram, which is really a great thing because it gets a lot of back and forth visibility because of that. And also, if you plan on running advertising, well, your advertising can be done from Facebook when you set up ads to play also in Instagram. So you instantly get that extra boost there from Instagram on your ads, which is a very cool thing as well.
And Instagram is a way to share pictures and video easily from your phone.
Absolutely. So all of those
has been phone until this point.
Well, and it still is. And I'm sure that by my more active endeavors into Instagram, I may start using the phone for some of those things when I'm on the road. Quick videos, quick images, and things like that. But up until now, it's been solely mobile phone, and so that's kind of why it hasn't really appealed to me very much. But the fact that you've got most of that audience back and forth with Facebook, the ads, the ability to run it from the desktop and control it, and the fact that people are so active on there, it just makes for a great platform for anybody doing any kind of business there. So
there's an audience there.
There is definitely an audience there. It's actually, people have been talking a lot about Snapchat. Well, it's got a bigger audience than Snapchat. It's growing at a rapid rate. I think, I could be wrong on this. I know I looked up some stats, but I believe it's catching up to Twitter at this point in time already. So it's definitely making a big splash in the social media marketplace, and the fact that it is so easy to get people's attention in there and that people pay attention to what you have to say, it's kind of an easy success route for that. And there are some limitations. There are definitely limitations to it. As far as I know, and anybody, by the way, most people listening to this probably know more about Instagram than I do overall. I'm only telling you what I'm experiencing at this point and why I think it's very cool for video as we move forward. But as far as I can tell, you can't really put clickable links in there for people. So when you're putting this stuff out there, it's much more for branding purposes, and you have to hope people want something well enough that they're going to go, oh, okay, here's the URL. I'll save that and go to the site. So there is some of those limitations in there, but it definitely is a big, big help for getting your word out there and really getting people to pay attention to it. So.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yes. Well, now is the desktop app, is that out yet?
The desktop app actually comes out tomorrow. Again,
tomorrow.
Shameless plug. So that's going to actually hit the streets tomorrow. So look forward to that. We'll definitely be telling you all about that. But it's got a number of tools in there. Not only does it post for you, so you can automate your posts, both video and images, but it actually has a following campaign system. So you can follow people, and it will automatically go out and start to follow different people. And there's a lot of great, one thing with Instagram is they're very strict about how things work. And there are people who have done desktop type platforms to work with Instagram before, but the problem is they used Instagram's API, and very quickly people abused it, and it got them shut down, and they couldn't use the API anymore. Well, what we've done is something a little bit unique. Rather than using the API, our software actually mimics a mobile device. So on the side of Instagram, it just appears that somebody's using a mobile device to use it normally. And we put a whole bunch of safety features in there so that, for instance, you couldn't take 20 videos and upload them all at once. The platform will not do that. And that's on purpose, because you'd get your account shut down because they would know that something crazy is going on. We want to make it as human as possible. And so there has to be a break between posting videos. So if you have 20 videos that you want to post, it's not going to post them all at once. It's going to post one, then it's going to wait, it's going to post another, it's going to wait, it's going to post another, which is how it would work if you were posting something from a cell phone. And so that makes perfect sense that way. And then as far as liking and commenting and following people, same type of stuff. We put a governor in there for all of those things so that if you want to follow a whole bunch of people, well, it's going to follow one person, wait, follow another, wait, follow another, wait, follow another. And the same thing with liking. Now, liking, obviously, you can do much faster than uploading a video. So in that case, the wait period is much shorter. You can like a lot of stuff in a shorter period of time. And that's going to get you a lot more attention. You start liking people's stuff, they're going to check you out, reciprocate, like your stuff, follow you. And so you start to build an audience really, really quick. And one of the cool things that I've discovered is that when I've done my following campaigns where I follow a bunch of people, is that I've gotten the reciprocation back almost 1-for-1. I think since using the software on this account for the last 3 or 4 days, I've followed about 700 people, and I followed about 600 people, and 600 people have followed me back. So it's a very even platform. Now my account still has a very big lopside from the past year or two, but in the new stuff, the new followers and follow backs has been very, very even. So I've been excited to see that, because you don't want to have 100 people following you and you're following 1,000 people. It just doesn't it doesn't work well that way. You want to try and keep that kind of even. If you're following 1,000 people, you should have 1,000 people following you. In fact, if it goes the other way, that's even better, if you have more people following you. And it's just like with Twitter, same type of deal. But it also has tools for unfollowing people that aren't following you back. So if you want to get rid of some of the dead weight that's causing that, it does that automatically. It'll go through and find who you've liked or who you've followed that hasn't followed you back, and it'll actually unfollow them for you, so you don't have to deal with any of that. And it's all automated in one platform. Very, very easy to use. Very cool stuff.
Well, I am going to say at this point, I'll put this in the show notes, that if you are interested in buying this, just go to one of Ray's Facebook groups. If you're not a member of any of his Facebook groups, just go to our Facebook page at Video Marketing Madness, because Ray always posts over there, and you'll be able to find it.
Yes, he does. And the cool thing about all of this is not only can you automate your Instagram very, very easily, but you can actually search for certain topics. So, for instance, let's say, I'll use Pokemon Go as an example. That's a big thing right now. So let's say you wanted to follow people that like Pokemon Go. Well, you can search by the hashtag and then have it follow people with that hashtag, or comment on their stuff or like their stuff. So you can like everything that's related to Pokemon Go. You can comment on things that are Pokemon Go. And again, if you want to auto comment, I would highly recommend you put a big gap in there, because you don't want to post the same comment to 100 different people talking about Pokemon all at the same time. So you want to kind of space that out a little bit, but it'll automatically do that for you. And then that way, you've got your comment on a bunch of different people's stuff that's related to, in this case, Pokemon Go. So it's a very, very cool platform, and it really brings Instagram out of that whole mobile, that mobile barrier is taken away at this point. So it makes it much, much easier to use. And I've actually enjoyed doing it. It's been very good for me so far. I actually like it. So.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Well,
yes.
That's neat. Okay.
It certainly is. So there you go. That is my little report on Instagram. Now, as I said, I'm not an Instagram expert yet. I'm becoming one. I'm trying to become one. I'm actively starting to get into Instagram. So I would love to hear people's feedback on this. So if you're seeing this on one of the Facebook pages or groups, I would love to hear your comments about Instagram. Tell me what a fool I am, and why I've been a dummy for not jumping on this earlier, or what I said that's not quite accurate. Because I would love to hear it. I'm still learning this platform, but I love the fact that I can actually do it now without having to stick with the phone all the time. So it's very cool the way we can do that.
Yeah, that is very cool. Hey, do you have a Mindset Matters?
Why, yes, I do. I certainly do. And today's Mindset Matters, actually, we need to play the little jingle here, so we'll pretend the jingle's playing.
Da-da-da.
Okay, there we go. So for this week's Mindset Matters, once again, I'm going to delve into the world of podcasting. And we've delved into that quite a bit. And I want to say the reason that I dive into podcasts so often for these Mindset Matters is because there is so much good content in there, and it's all free. In the past, we talked about Internet Business Mastery as a great source. We've talked about the Tony Robbins podcast as being a great source. Well, today I want to talk about two podcasts that people should really pay attention to. And these podcasts are by a person we've talked about here on the show before a few times, and that's our good friend Pat Flynn. And Pat Flynn has two different podcasts that are extremely powerful, extremely useful, and very, very popular. And the two podcasts are, one, Ask Pat. Now, Ask Pat is a daily podcast that he puts out every single stinking day. I don't know how he does it. It would kill me to have to do that every day, but he puts out a new podcast every single day where people actually ask questions and he answers them. And so the cool thing about this is not only should you be able to go listen to what other people have to say, but you can go there and you can ask your own questions. Go find out exactly what get answers to what you're curious about. Ask him a question, and he'll be able to do a podcast on that and answer your questions. So he'll answer things about SEO and about affiliate marketing and social media and all sorts of great things. And it's a very, very good podcast. And again, every single day he does one. So very cool to be able to do that. And the other podcast that he has is his Smart Passive Income podcast. And this is a weekly podcast that goes in depth into a lot of the things about his business and other people's businesses. So he'll interview people, he'll bring people on as guests, he'll talk about all the things that are going on in the world of internet marketing, as well as affiliate marketing and a few other things, and even traditional businesses as well. So it's a great way to learn all about some of the latest techniques, what's working for him, what's working for his guests, and what could work for you as well. So it's just a wealth of absolutely great knowledge that's completely free. So I recommend you check out both of those, Ask Pat and the Smart Passive Income. Those are my Mindset Matters for this week.
And it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy. And I'm Steve Sleeper on the Earn.Show podcast network. Was today's show made possible by someone?
It certainly was. It was made possible by freevideoeditor.co. If you want to start doing some high-end video editing, but you don't want to pay those high-end prices, well then head on over to freevideoeditor.co and download the Shotcut Video Editor along with all the other goodies that we have for it, and you'll be editing like a pro in no time. Again, that's freevideoeditor.co.
And let's wrap it up with the jingle.
Hey, we can actually do the jingle live on the podcast. So I'm going to do that right now.
Okay.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.